From Kenya to Colombia, from Iraq to Korea, in slums, in schools, in prisons, and in theaters, every day people gather at TEDx events around the world to hear the best ideas bubbling up in their communities. Today, you are part of a global conversation about our shared future. So what is this TEDx? TEDx is an initiative of the TED Conference, a nonprofit devoted to ideas worth spreading. We grant free licenses to allow TED-like events to spread globally. This event today is based on the TED Conference format and ideals, but is independently organized by your local community. So please make sure to thank the team of volunteers who worked so hard on today's event. It's their ideas, dedication, and time that made it all possible. It's they who booked all the speakers, and the views you'll hear today are, of course, those of those speakers, not necessarily of TED's. But we hope their talks spark an exciting conversation among you. This is a day for curiosity and for skepticism, for openness and for critical thinking, for inspiration and for action. The more you enter into it, the more you'll take out. And now, on with the show.
Hello, good morning. More and more in any company, managers are dealing with different cultures. Companies are going global, but the teams are being divided and scattered all over the world. Carlos Ghosn. Nowadays, it's very common to do business all around the world. So it's very important to know all the different cultural elements that exist in each country. For example, in Mexico, waving your hand side to side like this means saying hello or goodbye. But in India, it means no or go away. So you have to be very careful because you may be offensive towards the other person. So now we are going to talk all about different cultural elements that exist in India. Okay, so we are going to start with gestures and nonverbal communication. To point someone with your foot or to show the bottom of your foot means it's considered offensive. So if you accidentally touch someone with your foot or your shoe, apologize immediately. Also, sustained eye contact is considered not the common, especially with the woman looking at the man. When men and women meet each other, it's not common to touch each other, and women only give their hand if it's a man that knows about Western culture. However, businessmen touch each other, also do a back slap for a common greeting. Public affection with young men means that they're very, very good friends, not gays. And for Indians, it's very, very important their personal space, so they use the arm's length approximately away from each other. The appropriate dress. Well, people in India opt for formal and conservative business attire in neutral. Men use bottom long shirts with trousers and a jacket or a tie. In summer, it's acceptable to use long-sleeved shirts with a tie. Most of the women used to wear the traditional clothes in India, such as saris, but now it's acceptable to use blouses, long skirts, and pantsuits. But this is very important because women have to cover their knees and use their neckline high. Well, the appropriate conversation topics for business is that for Indians, it's very common to talk about personal things like how much you earn, how much your house costs, and a lot of things. And another good topics are family, cricket, Bollywood, Indians, that is the Indians film industry, and the Indians economic reforms. Food is also an excellent topic to talk about. But avoid talk about Pakistan and the long, rich and poor division that exists in India. And now, let's welcome my co-worker Sofia.
Indians consider it important to use a person's title wherever it is possible. Titles such as doctor or professor, followed by their surname. Use courtesy titles such as Mr., Misters, and Miss for those without professional titles, especially when addressing to elders. Wait to be invited to use first names. Sir and Madam are also appropriate, and remember that status is determined by age, university degree, and profession. And now, business lunches are very common in India, and they are perfectly appropriate to discuss business. In meetings, it's rude to be on time, but you shouldn't be more than half an hour late. In meetings, you may be offered milky teas or soft drinks. Don't refuse them. And don't you think that you can down the drink and get over with, because your glass or cup may be refilled as soon as it is emptied. There are more customs that make a difference between Indian culture and Mexican culture. For example, in India, saying no is too direct and confrontational, so it is replaced with I will try or let me consider and come back to you. In Mexico, saying no is not considered rude or impolite. When someone wants to deny something in our country, they usually say no. In India, eating with your left hand is considered rude or impolite because in Muslim countries, the left hand is considered symbolically unclean. While in Mexico, that's not an issue that really matters because Mexicans look for the correct use of culturally. Now, from India, Majo is sending us important information about this wonderful culture.
In India, when it comes to agreeing in business, a handshake is well seen. Though men cannot touch women. That is why there's another even more respectful way to greet an Indian man or businesswoman, and that is the word namaste. You should do your hands like this and bow your head like in the picture. This is a show of respect for their culture and for the person. So if you have a meeting with an Indian businessman or businesswoman, you could give a handshake or say namaste to the men, but you should only say namaste to the women. As I mentioned before, it is a lack of respect for a man to touch a woman, especially if she's married, since she could have very serious problems with her husband if he finds out. In India, it is very disrespectful to open the given gift in front of the person who gave it to you. If you receive a wrapped gift, you should set it aside and wait until the person who gave it to you leaves so you can open it. When it comes to the color code of gift wrapping, you should definitely not use black or white since they are considered colors of bad luck. Instead, you should wrap the gift in bright colors such as green or yellow, even red, since they are considered colors of good luck. If an Indian businessman or a businesswoman invites you to their home, you should bring a small gift such as chocolates or flowers, but definitely not frangipanis, since they are considered the flowers of death. Nowadays, the role of women in business in India is more than well seen. Women play a very important role in micro, small, and medium-sized organizations and even have positions in the government. 62 out of the 523 members of the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house of the Indian bicameral parliament, are women. Now, back to you, Sophie.
There are more customs that make a difference between Indian culture and Mexican culture.